Honey, can you able to see me? Can you able to hear me now? Okay, so we are doing transportation in animals and plants. Okay, that question answers we are doing now. So here first question is that if you want you can write down name some useful products. Name some useful products that are carried by blood that are carried by blood that are carried by blood Okay, so question is that some useful products or materials that are carried by the blood is nothing but what? First is they are carrying oxygen, okay, they are carrying food, and they are carrying water. So these are the three important nutrient or materials they are carrying throughout the body. Okay, what are the three important things they are carrying? Oxygen, water and food. Okay, so write down oxygen, water and food. Okay, understood. Chalo, next question. Circulatory system consists of three major organs. Name those organs. I will repeat. Circulatory system consists of three major organs. Name those organs. Okay, so circulatory system, of course there is a heart, then veins are also there, and blood vessels and blood. Okay, so these are the three important parts are available in the circulatory system. What is blood vessels, blood and heart? Okay, so these are the three important parts or organs are present in the circulatory system. Understood, honey? You can type as a S, then I will go for the next question. Okay, honey, copied, wrote the answer. Write down next question. Give the name. Yeah, the previous one, no? Blood vessels and heart. Blood vessels and heart are the three important organs in the circulatory system. Okay, you just only write the name. Okay, so now next question. Give the name of blood component. Give the name of blood component which is liquid and contains 90% of water. Contains the 90% of water. Okay, very important thing here, they are saying name the blood component which is liquid and contains 90% of water. Okay, this is a part of the blood, and in that that component which contains 90% of water. So that is nothing but plasma. Okay, that is nothing but what? Plasma. Plasma is a what? Sticky liquid which is present in the blood and which contains 90% of water. Okay, so write the answer plasma. Write down next question. Name the organ which is located in the chest cavity with its lower tip slightly tilted towards the left, So name the organ which is located in the chest cavity and its lower tip is slightly tilted towards the left. Okay, so that is nothing but what? At the left hand side there is according to our fist, means the how much is the size of the fist, that much size of thing is located in between the chest cavity, that is known as what? Heart. Okay, so heart is located in the chest cavity with its lower tip slightly tilted towards the left. Okay, you can write the answer only heart, then you can complete other sentences afterwards. Okay, done. Write down the next question. RBCs contain red colored pigment. RBC contain red color pigment which carries oxygen with it. What is the pigment called? RBC contains a red color pigment which carries oxygen with it. What is the pigment called? So normally we have a blood and that blood color is what? Red. Okay, because red pigments are there, and that red pigments are also known as what? That red pigments are known as hemoglobin. Okay, they are known as what? Hemoglobin. So HAEMOGLOBIN, hemoglobin. Okay, done. Then next question. Okay, next question. In which form the oxygen is transported to various body parts by hemoglobin. In which form Just wait. Just 2 minutes. Yeah, in which form oxygen is transported to various body parts by a hemoglobin, correct? So here the oxygen is carried out by the blood only, and blood color is red, and that contains red pigment, and that red pigments are nothing but now hemoglobin, and that hemoglobin only carries the current, and that is transported over the entire body. Can you get it? So write down the red pigments or hemoglobin binds the oxygen. Hemoglobin binds with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin, which is transported to the various parts of our body.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that number. Sorry, actually, I forgot. I was implementing.
Okay. Now next question.
Yes.
Veins have valves. Veins have valves which allow blood to flow, which allow blood to flow only in one direction, only in one direction. Arteries do not have valves. Arteries do not have valves. Full stop. Yet the blood flows in one direction only. Yet the blood flows in one direction only. Can you explain why? Can you explain why? I'll repeat this question. This question is very important. You just mark it as IMP. I'll repeat this question. Veins have valves which allows blood to flow only in one direction. Arteries do not have a valves, yet the blood flows in one direction only. Can you explain why? Okay. So can you guess the answer? What is the answer for this? Veins have what? The veins have a valves to present the backward flow of current. Okay. And whereas arteries pump the blood with a high pressure towards entire body. Okay. So which naturally prevents the backflow. Okay. So arteries never accept the, means they don't have ability to backflow, but definitely veins are having what, prevent the blood from backflow. Okay, so this is the answer. So actually it prevents the blood, means who, veins are actually have the valves to prevent the backflow of the blood, but arteries pump the blood at a high pressure, okay, towards the body, so which naturally prevents the backflow. Okay, so that's what, the arteries are always going in the one direction, not in two or three directions. Okay, only unidirectional flow is there in the arteries. Getting? In both the cases they are preventing the back blood flow. Okay. Finished? Honey copied, getting? Honey, do you have any doubt, queries? Okay, that how the rivers flow, backflow, that one. Okay, write down. Veins have valves. Veins have valves to prevent blood from flowing backwards. Blood from flowing backward backwards backwards, comma, whereas whereas arteries arteries pump the blood at very high pressure at very high pressure at very high pressure, which naturally prevents which naturally prevents backflow, which normally prevents the backflow of the blood. Write down. Next. Understood? Copied? Okay, write down next one. Certain greenish blue lines appear just below the skin of our hands, and legs. What are these? Okay, so if you just check this, different lines, or if you see the greenish lines, okay, here these lines are known as what? The veins. Even on your legs also you can observe, okay, on hands there is what? Greenish blue color lines are there. That greenish blue color lines are nothing but what? The veins. Okay, so answer is what? Vein. Write down. Okay, finished. The next one, write down. Human blood. Next question. Honey, finish the last question. Write down. Human blood group is divided into human blood group is divided into how many groups? Is divided into how many groups? Name them. Okay, so human blood is divided into total 4 groups: A, B, AB and O. So how many groups are there? 4. A, B, AB and O. Okay, finished, honey? Wrote? Okay, write down next one. Waste carbon dioxide and urea and urea waste, carbon dioxide and urea are removed are removed are removed from our body are removed from our body by which organ? By which organ? So carbon dioxide, we have a lungs. So lungs are what? We are exhaling, inhaling through our nostril, and that is going towards the lungs. So these are the means lungs are important parts of the respiration. So carbon dioxide is removed by the with the help of lungs, and urea is removed by the kidney. Okay, urea is removed by the kidney. Finished. Carbon dioxide by lungs and urea by kidney. Write down next one. Blood is a blood is a fluid. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. Justify. Blood is a fluid connective tissue. Justify. So normally the cells are combined together to form a tissue. Tissues are combined together, or group of tissues are formed organ system, and group of organ system forms the organ. Okay. So here blood is a connective type of tissue because it connects the different parts of our body, and from up to there the blood can flow. Okay, this is the answer. So write down, blood is a fluid tissue. Blood is a fluid tissue which connects which connects all the parts of our body, full stop. They eat all the parts of our body with each other. Okay. Now next. Finished, honey? Now next. Blood performs various functions. Blood performs various functions including protection the protection against infection. How? Blood performs various functions including protection against infections. How? Question mark. Next, see, blood performs various functions. Means what? It carries the oxygen, water, okay, food, etc. And along with that, they are protecting us from the different bacteria or different infections. Why? Because along with the blood vessels or along with the blood, their WBCs are also there. No? White blood cells are there. They are what? Passively present inside our body, and they eat our antigens and fight against the infections. Okay, getting? Honey, can you getting what I am saying? Along with the blood, their white blood cells are also present, and that white blood cells are what? They will eat the antigen and they can fight, okay, with the infections. Getting, honey? What answer can I repeat? So basically inside our body blood is there. The normal blood what carries the oxygen, water and food, but there are along with the blood WBCs are also present. WBCs are nothing but what? White blood cells, and these white blood cells are present passively inside our body, and they can help us to, or they are what? Protecting us from the different infections. Getting? Getting, honey? So write down the answer. Blood contains WBC. Blood contains WBC, which forms blood contains WBC, which forms the defense of our body, They eat antigens and fight against the infection. Next. Okay. Okay. Write down next one. Usually veins carry. Next question. Usually veins carry deoxygenated blood except in one case specified. Usually veins carry deoxygenated blood in one case. Specify answer. So honey, what is the answer? Can you able to give the answer for this? Yes, honey. Can you give the answer for this? What is the answer, honey? Can you type the answer? Yes, what is the answer, honey? Pulmonary veins. What is the answer for this? Is it pulmonary veins? Pulmonary veins are what? Carrying the oxygenated blood from the lungs to heart. Okay. So answer is pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to heart. This is the one case. Next. State the function of valves. State the function of valves. So what are the function of the valves? They prevent back flowing of the blood, okay, from the chambers of heart, between the chambers of heart. So answer was valves are prevent the backflow of blood between the chambers and heart. 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 Now, next one. Name the functional units. Name the functional units of a major excretory organ of a human. Name the functional units of the major excretory organ of a human. Okay, excretory system means what? The body is what removing the waste products from our body. That is the excretory system. So they are asking name the functional units of the major excretory organ in the human being. So major excretory organ is a kidney because it filtrates many things. So kidney is a major excretory organ and the nephrons are its functional units because they are helping them to filter. Okay, so write down kidney is a major excretory system. Kidney is a major excretory system and nephrons, NEP HRONS. Nephrons are its functional units. Are its functional unit. Are its functional unit. Are its functional unit. Okay, next question. Honey, are you writing? Questions are getting. Of exchange of gases. Exchange of gases and food and other substances occur occurs between occurs between occurs between arteries and veins. Occurs between arteries and veins. Full stop. How does this exchange happen? How does this exchange happen? How does this exchange happen? Exchange happen. And repeat this question. Exchange of gases, food and other substances occurs between arteries and veins. How does this exchange happen? Okay. Exchange of gases, food and water. Okay, these are what they are exchanges means flowing into from between the arteries and veins. So how this exchange will happen? So inside the body, what there is a small tubes are there, very small diameter tubes are there. That tubes are known as what? Capillaries. So everywhere these small capillaries are spreaded all over the body, and these capillaries are helps to exchange the gas, food and other substances. So answer is what here? Exchange of substances between arteries and veins occurs via capillaries. Exchange via capillaries. Via capillaries. Via capillaries. Finished. Next one is honey. Heartbeats we are measuring with a instrument. Okay, what is that instrument name? Can you able to type that? The heartbeat we are measuring. Okay, and with which instrument? Doctors are basically use that to check their heartbeat. Okay, so can you type the name of that instrument? Yes, correct. Correct. Write the answer. Next question. Kidneys kidneys are the major kidneys are the major excretory organs. Kidneys are the major excretory organs in humans. Kidneys are major excretory organs in humans. Full stop. How will the waste products how will the waste product how will the waste product released how will the waste products released will be excreted will be excreted will be excreted out will be excreted out if the kidneys are if the kidneys are damaged if the kidneys are damaged or unfunctional so here we know that honey excretory system में kidney is a important part. It plays a very important role and it performs some functions also. Nephrons helping them to filter the urine and other products. So here suppose if these natural kidneys are not working or if suppose they are not able to remove the waste products or they are damaged or maybe they are unfunctional means they are not working, that time we have only one option, that is a artificial kidney. Okay, so that is the artificial ways we can remove the waste from our body, that is known as dialysis and which referred as what, artificial kidneys. Okay, getting this is also very important hot question, means if kidneys are stop working or they are damaged by some reason and they are not working, they are not removing the waste products from the body, then we have another way that is known as dialysis and that dialysis is also known as what, artificial kidney. Getting this, honey? Honey, are you there? Getting this? Okay. Next question. You want the answer or you are writing the answer also? Write down the answer also. Artificial waste to remove to remove the waste products, the waste products is known as is known as is known as dialysis is known as dialysis, DIALYSIS. We can't take human kidney from others. Yeah, we can. But if we don't have a donor, then that time what we can do, no? So that time we need some solution. So we are getting donor, then we can replace. But if donor is not there, then we are going for this artificial dialysis. Okay, dialysis, that is known as artificial kidney, DIALYSIS, which is referred as artificial kidneys. Next question. Arteries have very thick and elastic walls. Arteries have very thick and elastic walls. Why? Why? We don't, it's not good, but we don't have any option, no honey, we don't have any option. So person, if waste products are not coming out of the body, like waste products are remain inside the body for a longer period of time, so there is what, the nitrogenous waste is also there, no? So that is very harmful to our body. So that is our aim, to remove the waste product from the body is very important, at least for that time being. So we required immediate action, so that's what we are going for this. If we are getting donor, then we can take. Getting my point? Okay, finished. So write down. Arteries have very thick and elastic walls. Why? Arteries have very thick and elastic walls. Why? This is also very important question. Many times they will ask this question as a give a reason, okay, or maybe it will come in assertion reason also. Arteries are having thick, they are thick but they are elastic. Why? Because arteries are what carries the blood with high pressure, okay, pumping action, and high pressure due to pumping action of a heart. So whatever heart is pumping the current, that is what carried by the arteries only. So arteries have to sustain that high pressure, okay. So that is the reason the wall should be thick and they should be elastic. So whenever they are hitting on the walls of the arteries, then there should be what, there will be a what, little bit stretching will take place. So that is essential with high pressure. So that's what, the arteries are thick as well as they are elastic in nature, okay. So write down the answer. Arteries carry blood, arteries carry blood at very high pressure, at very high pressure due to pumping action of a heart, due to pumping action of a heart, due to pumping action of a heart, hence 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 the need of thicker walls, hence it needs a thicker wall, so it needs a thicker wall. Next question. Skin is also, next question, skin is also considered as, skin is also, skin is also considered as, skin is also considered as, skin is also considered as an excretory organ, as an excretory organ, as an excretory organ. Give a reason, give a reason if you agree, if you agree. Okay, honey, I am agree with this. Hope you are also. Why? Because during summer season, or if we are doing lots of work, there is a sweating takes place. Okay, so in the sweating is also one of the waste product. Okay, from the body. Okay, so that's what we can say, that skin is an excretory organ, and it is secreting what, the waste products by releasing the in the form of sweat, means they are secreting the waste product in the waste products in the form of sweat, and that is secreted on the surface of the skin. So yes, then skin is also excretory system. Okay, copied, honey? Oh, sorry, you wrote the answer? Honey? The next one, write down. Arteries and veins. Next question, write down. Arteries and veins carry a blood, carry a blood, carry a blood, carry a blood carry a blood to and from, to and from, to and from, to and from the heart, to and from the heart, to and from the heart. Which of these, which of these, which of these carry the blood, which of these carry the blood, carry the blood? Which of these carries a blood? Which of these carries the blood? first beat, back to the heart from all organs, back to the heart from all organs, back to the heart from all organs. Second, away from the heart for distribution of all organs. Away from the heart for distribution in all organs. Okay. So first A beat is what? Away from the heart, back to the heart from all the organs. That is a vein. Okay, and away from the heart for distribution in all organs. That is nothing but what? Arteries. Okay, so these kind of questions will come in MCQ. So write down next question. Write down, urine is called an excretory product. Urine is called excretory product. Why? Urine is called as excretory product, and why? Urine is called as what? Excretory product, and why? So why urine is known as excretory product? Because normally this is a mixture of urea and other unwanted salts with water. Okay, and this urea, it means that unwanted salt and water and urea should be excreted from our body. Okay, because if suppose this is there inside a body, then this causes a harm to the body. Okay, that's what we have to remove that from the body. So kidney play a very important role for the removal of this unwanted salts and water. Okay, this is the answer. So write down, urine is a mixture of urea, urine is a mixture of urea, urine is a mixture of urea and other unwanted salts and other unwanted salts and other unwanted salts and other unwanted salts with water which is needed to be excreted out as its presence in the blood can make the person ill. Finished, honey? Honey, noted? Okay, so honey, we can continue by tomorrow. Okay, so I will give all the details through WhatsApp. Okay, so now I will end this session.